everyone, I'm Sophia with Awaken Catholic, and this is Awaken the Saint. Change is a fickle thing. It can happen over months, years, or decades, or it can happen in an instant. It's impossible to predict whether tomorrow will be just another day, or whether it'll be a turning point in our lives. In the case of St. Julie Billiart, her life changed suddenly and dramatically. Not just once, but twice. Julie's life began in mid-18th century France. Her parents ran a shop, and the humble, devout family lived comfortably. Julie was especially strong in her faith and became interested in joining a convent when she was a teenager. When she was in her 20s, her life took an unexpected turn. An unidentified gunman tried to shoot her father while she sat next to him in the family shop, and the shock of the event triggered a strange illness that left her body paralyzed. Julie could no longer live the way she used to, but her condition didn't deteriorate her faith, nor did she become less involved in her community. When the French Revolution started in 1789, she made her stand against the violence of the movement from her sickbed. She aided endangered priests by hiding them and talking the villagers into boycotting a priest who had joined the revolutionaries. Eventually, Julie had to be moved from her hometown in order to ensure her safety. During what we now know as the Reign of Terror, she went back and forth between several houses, where her faith and strength of character earned her many friends. Among them, women she would join in establishing the Sisters of Notre Dame, who were dedicated to helping poor children. Not long after taking her vows as a sister, Julie took part in a novena. On the 5th day of the novena, the priest, Father Infanstine, asked her to stand and take one step in honor of the Sacred Heart of Jesus. She stood up and realized that her paralysis, which had plagued her for 22 years, had entirely disappeared. Her mobility restored, Julie was able to dedicate the rest of her life to the Sisters of Notre Dame, as well as other charitable ventures. She went on to travel all over France and found over a dozen convents. Though her paralysis never returned, her health began to fail in 1816, and she died shortly afterward. She was canonized in 1969. In so many stories, it's not uncommon for a character to completely transform in a single pivotal moment of realization. When life gets hard, it's not strange to find ourselves wishing for a moment like that, wishing that God would zap us and make everything better. The good news is, these things really do happen. But what's often forgotten is that we are the instruments God works through to make it happen. Julie Billiart was paralyzed for 22 years, and she didn't recover until a priest told her to stand up. We never know when our lives will change, or even how. But like the paralyzed man, told to take up his mat and walk, and like Julie, commanded to walk, it's up to us to heed the call and take that first step in faith. St. Julie Billiart, pray for us.
Thank you for tuning in to Awaken the Saint. Awaken the Saint is made in partnership by Spoke Street Media and Awaken Catholic.